The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "If anyone wants to be a follower of mine, let him renounce himself and take up his cross and follow me. For anyone who wants to save his life will lose it, but anyone who loses his life for my sake will find it. What then will a man gain if he wins the whole world and ruins his life? Or what has a man to offer in exchange for his life? For the Son of Man is going to come in the glory of his Father with his angels, and when he does, he will reward each one according to his behavior. I tell you solemnly, there are some of these standing here who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming with his kingdom." The Gospel of the Lord. If anyone wants to be a follower of mine, let him renounce himself and take up his cross and follow me. Nowhere in the gospel Jesus says, "I will take the cross away from you." He never promises that at all. And he himself, his own cross was not removed. It wasn't removed. And it's sometimes we can want and we say, "Well, take this cross away from me." Well, I remember old people would tell you, carry your own cross because you don't want another one or a worse one, or to swap someone. I'd rather someone else's cross. Everybody has a cross, everyone. It's part of human condition, and whether you haven't found it yet, it'll find you eventually, in many ways. So we all carry something. Every human being carries something. Might look like someone doesn't have a problem. They say, "Oh, they were wonderful." They have a cross. They have something. You just don't know about it. And maybe they don't want to admit it or see it. And sometimes this remains very hidden for a person's whole life. They carry it completely. But the thing is to get it in here, is that Jesus doesn't promise to take it away. Because it's part of our condition and who we are. He doesn't promise to take it away. We'd all love it to go away. The problem is if it did go away, and sometimes it does go away, by the way, it just disappears. And sometimes a worse one is coming, in many ways. And you just say, "Will you ever get tired?" He says, "Take up your cross." He doesn't say, "Stand and look at it." And sometimes we can stand and look at our crosses and just say it's there, and everywhere you look, it's there in our life. He says, "Take it up. Take it up and carry it." Basically what he's saying is, we can get off the road in life and sit in the ditch. And sit in the ditch. Be happy sitting in the ditch and complain about the cross and keep looking at it. The thing is get back on the road. Keep going. That's what he's telling. I will give you the grace to carry this. Maybe this cross is your holiness, and just say, "I could be far holier without this cross." People often say that to you in confession. They'd say, "If I could get rid of that, then I'd be holy." And I'd say, "No, you wouldn't. You'd be worse. You could be much worse." We don't like it, and therefore the cross has to become an old friend. It's like a bad cough. When you have an old cough and it goes on for ages, and just if I could get rid of it, it'd be grand. We must embrace it as a friend, but not a friend we like. But that's what he said, befriend it. It maybe is humbling you, or maybe it's annoying you and irritating you. Our Lord is asking you to befriend it. And just say, I wish I could get rid of this. No, maybe not. Maybe I have to take it up. And that's why he's saying to us today, take it up and carry it, because it will be there all your life sometimes. That's not easy to hear, though. Be there all your life. I've said that to people in confession. I think I've shocked them and said, maybe you're not going to change, They don't like that, because everything today is kind of self-help and get rid of this and get rid of that, and all the books. You could write books on sins for the rest of your life. Sometimes you won't change, but the saints become those who accept it and say, "This is embarrassing," or it makes no difference. Embrace it and say, "Lord, let me carry it." Do you know that one where the man in the gospel where he's let down through the roof, and Jesus says, "Take up your mat and go." He doesn't say, "Leave the mat behind here with me, I'll get rid of it for you." He says, "Take it up with you." A reminder that it'll always be there. So we all live with a shadow, and we all live with a cross. And Jesus is saying, take it up today and carry it. Take it up today and carry it. So whatever you're carrying, whether it's great or grave, or a great burden, or a sin, or whatever it may be, Jesus is saying, just stop blaming yourself for it, for starters. It's a cross. It's there. It's something that weighs on you. And it weighs on you sometimes maybe to slow you down. slow you down. So don't run away from it, because you're going to run into another one. You run into another one. And just take comfort in knowing that sometimes other people's crosses are greater than yours. Take comfort in that. I often find if you go to Lourdes, you suddenly discover you don't have any problems at all. You're fantastic. You come home great, because you see so much suffering. And you see people suffering grievously with smiles on their faces. Is there any hope for any of the rest of us, We give out because there's no milk. It could be worse when you can't eat. Far worse. There's the small things in life. Or go over to the rotunda there and walk around the wards. You'll come out like a spring lamb. How people, what they're going through, what they're suffering. There's always someone worse. And yeah, it's not easy to hear, because your worse is as bad as theirs when you're bad. It is. But Jesus is saying today, befriend it. Don't hate it, befriend it. And carry it. And maybe you'll carry it all your life, because maybe that's his only way to get you to heaven.